Hey guys, Kamina the coach here. I didn't know, I've been so overwhelmed with so many ideas that I didn't even know where to begin. I don't even know if that sounds like a good excuse, but it's the truth. I've just got so much going on in my internal world. How do you even begin to put it into words? So I felt like the Friday before Mother's Day would be a really great time to figure out how. So, Kamina the coach here. This channel was originally for people who wanted to go overseas to work, and in 2020, March of 2020, I was forced back to the United States because of COVID, and forced to address my early childhood trauma, which I'd already been working on, and especially my adoption trauma. I am a late discovery adoptee. I didn't find out till I was 32 I was adopted. I am a transracial adoptee. I was adopted by a very racist white family. All right, so let's jump right in. If you've been abused and you continue to be abused, you are not obligated to your family. And that's really what the long and short of this video is about on this really miserable weekend for some of us. Some of us, it is a really miserable weekend for us. And so number one, you don't owe your abusers any loyalty. Number two, if you're currently being abused, you can't heal if you are still inside of that atmosphere, even if it's only brief moments. You don't owe the woman who brought you into the world your life's allegiance if she is currently abusing you or him, right? Either or. Where does this come from? So I'd just like to take a moment just to look at the history of where we get this societally imposed norm. Honor thy mother and thy father. Yeah, sure, it's biblical. It's also one of the values for Islam as well. You honor God first, and then you honor your parents, and that's the order that it goes. Even before your spouse, you honor your parents. Well, was the Bible not used to continue to enslave? Is the justification of slavery not found in the Bible? How about the Quran? Before the transatlantic slave trade, Arabs had slaves. And though the Quran says you should be good to your slaves, it doesn't condemn slavery. Interesting. I'm making a connection. Stick with me here. Up until not too terribly long ago, children, well, first of all, getting married was only really for the man to know who he was going to hand his property down to, like whose child is this. It wasn't because he was required to be monogamous to her. She could only be with him, this man. She could only be with this man because he needs to know that those children, which children are his, so he has a place to send his goats. Come up a little bit further in history, and we had as many children as possible. Why? To work our land. So up until just very recently, women and children were forms of slave. It's a form of slavery. You take a wife to produce children to take care of your farm, your land, your business, or whatever. And rights of her own. The children had no rights of their own. They only exist for him and his pleasure. So patriarchy, huge patriarchy. I'm not doing this video as like a raging feminist. All interesting that that's what it's called these days. Insisting that a woman owns herself instead of a man. But yeah, so I'll draw those parallels again. So this idea that we are bound to our parents, honoring our mother and our father, came to us through religion. And religion ultimately was altered to fit culture. And so Christianity was altered to justify slavery. The Bible says it. It's okay to have slaves. Just treat them good. Don't beat them too much. The Quran also, you can have slaves. Just be good to them. Treat them well. All right. So societal norms imposed by religion, reflection of what's going on in society. Not too long ago, women and children were a form of property. And as they started to get ideas and rights, we have to, the ruling party, the patriarchy, had to find some rules to continually impose their power. And so you must honor your mother and father, even if they've abused you. I wonder, that's what they say about, anyways, I'm going to leave that there. So anyways, this Mother's Day, if I can offer you nothing else, I offer you that you are not obligated to anyone who is abusing you, who has abused you, who causes you pain. You are not obligated to anyone or anything that is abusing you, has abused you, or continues to cause you pain. If they're causing you pain, they're abusing you. So this Mother's Day weekend, I am taking myself hiking, and I think it's going to be spectacular. I'm going to see a waterfall. Also today, I am going to say goodbye to my biological mother's family. I have been holding on to them out of duty, out of this brainwash idea that I'm somehow obligated to my blood family. Because of that ingrained patriarchal brainwashing, I have been holding on to people that I really haven't talked to in a year and don't really have a desire to talk to, because they continue to cause me pain. They're white. They are not advocates. They are not doing their part to get educated in equity in the world. So I think a lot of times when people are part of LGBTQT community, I think they feel like, oh, I don't have to. I'm part of a minority community. I don't have to educate myself. But trust me, I know some white gay men who really, really fall under the white supremacy umbrella. So if you are silent, silence equals consent. And so they are silent, often saying things that rub me the wrong way. So yeah, so it's time for me, and I think about it every single day. I think about stopping the communication every single day. And so this Mother's Day, this gift to myself is an ending of this connection. This connection that is very painful for me, out of obligation. I am not obligated to these people, and I am now going to take care of myself by saying goodbye. My greatest hope for you is that you find your wings this weekend. Do something wonderful, pleasing, and enjoyable for yourself. Celebrate yourself as a child of Mother Earth, a child of Mama Gaia, right? And yeah, honor your truth. You don't owe your abuser loyalty. Just saying, you do not owe your abuser loyalty. Also, one other little tidbit: if you feel like crap, feeling like crap, being sad and being angry is normal as you're getting better. It's normal as you're healing. It's normal to feel, and it's a sign that you're healing. So if you're feeling like crap, you're heading in the right direction. And also remember that no flower is in bloom year round. All right, guys, Kamina the Coach. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Sending you love, light, peace, and joy. Until next time, Kamina the Coach, I'm out.